Hello, good people. It's Bright again with R&B Aquatics. I'm back today, guys, with my immersed plants, my small farms. I don't know what to call them really. As you can see, this one is full of hydrocotyle tripatita. But underneath there is a lot of alternethera that is growing under there. The thing was, I didn't know that this hydrocotyle would grow this fast, and now it's starving the alternate of light. So today the issue is going to be about me taking out all the alternate from underneath there and replanting it into another container that is prepared. I'm growing these invest plants for sale really. Sometimes I'm selling them, sometimes I give them to my friends who are in the hobby or I can exchange stuff for them. Yeah, it's been a very good project so far. So this is what's going to be happening. As you can see, those plants that are coming out from the tank. See that one is the alternate. There's a lot of them underneath the green growth there. It's just a lot of it. So at first they were doing fine even when they were under that growth, like in the shade, they were doing fine. But recently I've noticed that they are starting to die out. They're turning yellow and stuff like that. And underneath there is a great deal of different plant species. They use the alternatera, they use some creeps that we bring under there, and also hydrocotyle tribatita mini. It's growing underneath there like webbed everywhere. It's making some sort of a carpet. The thing is, the light is no longer getting there properly because of the bigger leaves that we are seeing, those coin leaf. So and next to my white container here is another jar that I've prepared. I've put a bit of crushed stones as a base, and then on top of that I put some soil. It's not special soil, it's just soil I've dug from my garden, and I mixed it with some root tabs because I do have these root tabs that are doing so well with my plants. And everywhere I put them, the growth has been phenomenal. You can see from this container here, the hydroculture wasn't so much; it was just a bit. But then when I added those root tabs, things started to change. And there was a time where the rats got in there. Like at my place, the rats they got in there, they ate everything. I was only left with tips. Like you couldn't, there was no leaves at all, just fruits and tips. I wanted to restart it, but my wife said no, just let it be. He's going to recover. He's going to recover. And surprisingly, it did recover and it came back with a bang, guys. Because of these fertilizers that I've been adding, I was also watering the plants using water from my fish tank. Like I have a goldfish tank. So you know how goldfish poops a lot. I was taking all that water. When I do my water changes, I was using it to water down these plants. But the drain on this one, I had made some small holes under the container to drain, yeah, so that it doesn't stay like so much with so much water for a long time. That is just taking water. I was afraid it might cause some molds, or maybe the plants will start to rot. Really, yeah. So it's been doing well. Trust me. I was comparing it to the other box that I made the same thing, but without the holes for draining water, and the water is just stay in the soil. It's doing well, but it's doing well in different species. Like the ludwigia has been doing very well in the tank, but every other plant that I've put there, it wasn't doing so much with the always wet soil. So yeah, basically this is it. I started these couches. It's a it's an experiment a few months ago, just thinking, will this work or not, and stuff like that. And at first, just didn't work because I did put my plants in there, but I wasn't using this container though. I was using another one, and I put a lot of manure because I wanted them to grow fast. So I mixed the soil that I had from the garden with cow dung, cow manure. I thought it was going to be doing great. Yeah, it was too much. All of the plants that I put there, they melted. Like I think they were bent by the fertile soil, fertile manure. I don't know how to say really, but yeah, they bent out. Like all of them, they bent out. So I had to restart and restart. And mind you, I was doing this from my tanks, like from underwater. I was taking submerged plants and try to convert them into immersed form. I took some many chances of hit and miss, but eventually I got it. I managed to convert them into this immersed form without them trying out anything. And since then, it's just been just a breeze. Like now, whatever plant that I choose to do like this, to set up in a container like this, it's just working. Nothing is melting anymore. Uh, the success rate is about 98%. Like if I plant some stems in there, 98% of them are going to convert properly and start to grow properly. So I think it's just because I've mastered how to start these cultures, these plant cultures. So recently, people have been coming to me uh, looking for these plants, and I've been selling a few of them. But what I've noticed, guys, is that some of these, especially the hydrocotyle, they grow very fast. Like if you come today and you buy a lot of them from me, within about a week or two, we have already replenished the whole container. Like they grow very fast, but I do believe it has something to do with the root tips that I'm using, because before that, using the normal soil, it wasn't growing as fast, but now they're just crazy. And my biggest constraint right now is space. I don't have space to put them, and it's killing me inside. But I think I'm going to be getting more and more of these containers so that I can have more of these plants. Maybe you never know, I'll be able to supply maybe my local fish store with a few plants at a time. Just don't know. But yeah, that is the plan. That is what I'm thinking of doing with this. And also just coming here on YouTube and showing you guys how it is done, how you get to grow your plants immersed outside of the water, outside of your tanks. Okay, so right now I'm just going to fast forward this, and then we can prepare to get into the planting phase for the other container. Hey guys, so you see now, this is my secret weapon here. These are the root tips that I've been using in these containers in my small farms. They work wonders. They are very powerful. Once you put them there, the plants just get crazy. They grow very, very, very fast. They grow fast, like you have these plants inside of water and you put a lot of fertilizer, a lot of CO2 and a very high light. You know that that growth rate, it is exactly what I get when I use these root tabs in my containers like this. So I just open them up, I spread them like this. You can even put them as root tabs, it works as well, but I prefer spreading them like this so that it's evenly distributed in there. And then in terms of the nutrient uptake, when you spray some water in there, the nutrients get leached into the soil and then the plants will make use of it. So right now I'm going to be preparing to plant and see how it goes. So I'm going to be using my tweezers and the scissors to cut them down. And here you can see these small green plants that I'm putting there. It is still giant repens. I'm trying to grow it outside of the water as well, but it seems to be very, very slow. So I just put it there in the corner to see how it goes, because this is the only still giant repens that I have. So I hope it's going to be doing great there. Just put it to see how it's going to be. Alright. So as you can see, alternethera forms these short bushes that are very dense and nice. So I thought it does that underwater only, but it's the same even you grow them outside of the water. So what I decided to do was to cut some of them and then multiply them into more and more plants. And remember, as I told you, that with experience, this gets to get easier. So now I'm no longer scared to cut the plants even into very, very small pieces. As you can see, that one only has one node. It's going to work, trust me. And it will start having the roots in the water, they start to grow. And before you know it, you have a very, very dense bush of this kind of plant, the alternethera mini rosernavig. What? I don't know. Like these names of these plants are just complicated. I don't know how they came to be. I believe they were names of people like who say they discovered these plants, and then just like that, the names are given to the plants. I'm not so sure about that theory, but I believe that's what happens here. It makes it so difficult, but some of these names they just are difficult to pronounce. They're young, lang, no, tongue twisters, tongue twisters. So as you can see, I was trying to plant in singles there, like one, and I noticed that the container is very small, and I have a lot of plants, and it's going to take a lot more time for me to do this. So I decided to bunch them up. So guys, I noticed that I was doing things very slowly there. So I started bunching or making them bundles, and I just planted all of them in the tank there, as you can see. So this is going to be an infinite loop, an infinite supply of plants, no matter you're in summer, winter, any time of the year. You're going to be having nice plants in these containers if you water them and keep them in nice places where they can receive a good amount of light, the sunlight. They need to be warm a bit because these are tropical plants as well. So yeah, this is how you do it. I'm going to be showing you the next video of how this is going, how this container, this particular one, is going to be performing in terms of growth and healthiness of these plants. So yeah, I'm going to show you, I think, within a week or so. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something today. I don't know what's happening with my voice there, but yeah, I hope you learned something from this. The next video I'm going to be showing you exactly like how you start this culture from the plants that are in your tank to convert them into immersed form so that they don't dry out when there is no water. And you'll also be witnessing more of these and different species being tried and stuff like that. But for today, this is it. This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to be seeing. And as soon as I finished the planting, I took my container or my bottle of water, spray bottle, and I sprayed some water in there. As you can see, I'm about to do it now. So as you can see, just take my spray bottle, just make the plants wet, and the soil must be very wet for now because you're starting out. Some of these stems have been cut halfway, meaning they don't have roots to pull out the water on their own, so it needs to be a bit wet so they don't lose water. As you know, water will move from a region of from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. So if the soil doesn't have much water, it's going to drain out the water from the plants itself. So you need to make sure that it's balanced. So this is it, guys. I put a cling wrap on it, put it in the sun outside, and I let it be. And within a week, I'm sure I'm going to be showing you this, and you see how it's going. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment, tell me what you think. Yeah. And now this is my tank that you're going to be seeing. I hope it comes up. Yeah, this is one of my tanks where I've been taking out the plants to use in my cultures, and this is my favorite fish here, the 12 gourami. It's a bit aggressive, but yeah, it's living with platies. They're always chasing each other, but it's a healthy relationship for as far as I can see because all of them are happy. And I love my tank, guys. I love this, but it needs improvement. It needs to be taken down and restarted. In a few weeks, I'll be redoing this, and I'll make sure to record it and post the video here so you can see how I get to do my setups, guys. So it's been me, Brighton here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, everything. You're good. I'm good.